I'm Pierina Lajakpo, Senior Director for Leadership Growth and Alumni Network Impact at Lead for Ghana. Lead for Ghana exists to ensure that one day, every child in Ghana will have access to an excellent education. And we do this by introducing young graduates into our school systems in the most marginalized communities. Our hope is that they exude and get to experience what leadership entails and are able to implement solution-driven ideas and actions in the communities that they work in. Since the inception of this program, we've had about 230 young Ghanaian graduates come through this program. We've been able to reach about 5,000 students since 2016, and with this we have expanded to 4 new regions, making the total number of regions that we're working in Ghana to 6.
I was born and bred in Accra. I lived all of my life in Accra, basically. Time came and I was posted to the Volta region of Ghana, which is a rural community, to go and teach for 2 years. In Accra, you would always think that kids or students in the rural communities are not academically good. And it has actually shaped me to understand that it is not because they do not want to learn, but it is because they do not have what it takes for them to excel academically. Again, through Lead for Ghana, I gained the skill to be able to reach out to stakeholders to support us in building a library and an ICT lab for the school. I was able to reach out to the chief of the community, the leaders, the district chief executive of the district, and even the member of parliament for the Akachi North district.
My name is Togbe Hoji Dunyo, the fourth. One day they came to me and said, Togbe, we want to paint the school building. I said, what? How are you going to paint the school building? The school is for the government. The government have to provide, or the community have to provide. No, we are going to do that. How are you going to do it? So with your support, we will do it. They came back and said, Togbe, we have a project. A project for what? We want to build. So they came and said they will do it. They want the help of the community. So I organize the community and town by town, and then sections by sections. They go around and then fetch sand and water for them. Even me myself, I was among those who laid the blocks. It improved the education system in this community.
As part of the program requirements, fellows are supposed to complete a capstone project. This project is to be need-based for the community.
During our fellowship, we learned to be very proactive and problem solvers. So we were trained to go into the community and identify problems and solve them. As part of identifying problems, I realized teachers come to school very well dressed, but after lessons, they get very dirty. And some have health implications as a result of the chalk dust. I took it upon myself to change all chalkboards into whiteboards. One thing that really resonated with us through the fellowship program or the training session was impossible is nothing. Going into the community, you didn't know what to expect, didn't know what challenges would be before you, but then we all had a mindset of going to change things and make things possible.
What they did to this community, in fact, we appreciate it. And looking at our library, we have a library and then some books, and we have a computer lab with a number of computers, printers, and other lab accessories. And then, in fact, Lead Ghana, you are number 1. With Lead Ghana, the education of our children is on a high standard. I could remember one of our students, he went to one of the secondary school, and the headmaster of the school said he wanted to come and see where the boy is coming from. So they came here to see us, and say, oh no, it's by the help of Lead Ghana and their colleagues in the school. And then looking at Lead Ghana, it's not about the classroom work. And then they make school attractive in this community. They make school attractive because after school, you see your friends working with teachers here and there, going to their house, playing football together, volleyball together, everything together. Then you ask yourself, what am I doing in the house?
So fellows initiated projects and complete them. Taking, for instance, the school canteen, and then they changed the boards to marker boards. Also, they donated computers to the school. So anytime that they realize that a student, a learner is not doing well, he has not been coming to school regularly, they do visit the child at home and they bring that child back to school. I think this has led to an increase in enrollment. That is a very good work they have done. I may say that since I've been working with them, we have an enrollment figure 249. Currently we have 349.
We want students to leave the educational system feeling empowered, being able to engage in everything that they have around them in a way that is critical and allows for improvements and developments. We do this by ensuring that our fellows are in the place to navigate and facilitate academic excellence, positive mindsets, and also access to opportunities for our students by engaging key champions in their communities for social capital that our students in these marginalized communities would need to succeed.
I wrote my BEC 10 years ago in Tema, and 10 years ago, I had a fully furnished ICT lab in my school. I had furniture in my school, and this affected how I was studying, how I came out, my results. But in these parts, we are in 2020, and children in these parts do not have furniture, they do not have an ICT lab. We study ICT on the blackboard, and this, in the long run, affects how they also learn. What we do at Lead for Ghana matters. At Lead for Ghana, we are raising leaders that will go into the classrooms and also raise leaders. And I believe that one day every child in Ghana will have access to an excellent education.
My dreams are to encourage people go on with their future and help some people in my community who are not that much educated be employed. In our school, they brought about 4 teachers. They inspired me in many ways. Sometimes they call me and talk to me. At first, my mindset is to be a teacher so that I'll cane students, because teachers used to cane me a lot. And when I spoke to Madam Tracy, she told me that I should not use only caning as my mindset, because caning cannot help me to go on with my future. So in that, she told me that I should advise them and help them be more hardworking.
Right after completing university, the first thing I did was to sit and reflect the kind of education I've received. So I realized that there will be some people somewhere who are facing the same challenge as I'm doing, or as I did. So what I thought was that, where will I get the opportunity to effect this change? Where will I get the chance to contribute to making changes to this particular system? And right there, Lead for Ghana came up. What I'm noticing about the educational landscape, especially in Ghana, there's a disconnect between what is happening at the top level, the decisions that are being made, the policies that are being carried out, and how they are being implemented at the level of students. So as a fellow, I'm working to a day or in a system where I can be in a position to influence policies, to negotiate with stakeholders, to engage them in a way that when resources are going to be shared, it is going to make sure it gets to the grassroots.
I went through an educational system that was very theoretical. There was no room for development of talents and skills. And all we needed to do was rote learning and then pass exams. I went into the schools and identified the same problem, realized that it was generational. And as a result of my experience on the field, I realized that it is time for us to change the narrative and make sure that our educational system becomes very practical and very tangible for people and students to come out from school with tangible skills. As a result, I decided to team up with some alumni, which is coming up with a model to develop our educational system to make learning very practical.
We hope that our fellows will not become hegemonic teachers, rather people that would engage the systems critically and continuously work to improve the outcomes, our school situations, our educational ecosystems, and the things around us that are central to our development as a nation.
The Lead for Ghana Fellowship Program has enabled me to lead myself. In a world where there's a shortfall of the right and relevant leadership, the Lead for Ghana Fellowship Program enabled me to build on my leadership acumen and, importantly, learn how to lead myself. It has also built my emotional intelligence and people management as well, and helped me to appreciate and come to terms with the realities and knowing gaps that exist in society, particularly the inequities in our education. Serving the many students of the Premier University of Ghana, As the SRC Vice President, I had the opportunity to come to terms with what leadership really is. But I felt it wasn't enough, and Lead for Ghana came in handy. It gave me the requisite skills needed to be able to scale the leadership mountain, and I'm here well prepared to take on the world.
For me, Lead for Ghana is very personal because what the organization is trying to do today is something that I have personally experienced growing up. I got to a certain point in my life where my dad was posted to the northern part of Ghana to help with agricultural development. So by default, he took his family with him. When we got to the northern region, my parents, being people who believed so strongly in education, wanted to find some of the best possible schools they could place my brother and I in. And they chanced on a school called St. Paul's. My teachers barely showed up. We didn't have textbooks to engage with. Reading materials were quite difficult to come by as well. And St. Paul's was one of the well-known and good schools in the northern part of Ghana. I was trying to figure out what can I do to contribute to a change process that would change that for the next generation of children. Lucky for me, my co-founder, one of my co-founders was just about to finish a program called Teach for America. And he invited me to Texas. So I went to Texas, spent some time with them, and I saw how the Teach for America program was working. And I thought, oh my God, if we could replicate something similar, not copy, but just replicate something similar and contextualize it to the Ghanaian education system, this could be a game changer. So that's how Lead for Ghana was born. In 2014, I decided to leave the United States after working in a pharmaceutical company for some time in New York. Came back home, had a few meetings with the Minister of Education and other people in the education world, and said, look, if we want to see a better Ghana for everybody in the next 2 to 3 decades, we needed to galvanize the smartest people that we could find from university campuses, give them the necessary training, and then push them into leadership positions. So once they get into those leadership positions, they'll begin to effect systemic changes that will ensure that every child in this country has access to an excellent education. And let me pause on that vision itself. Saying that every child in this country should have access to an excellent education, we recognize that as a pretty ambitious vision to have. It's not and we don't say that lightly. What we mean by that is, if there's a child in Ghana that is living in Gambaga or Accra or Wiosu or Kita, if that child should walk into any classroom in this country, that child should receive an amazing education, a quality education that would enable them develop themselves, develop their community, and add to the positive development of Ghana. I think also, to conclude, we fully understand that to achieve our vision, we cannot do it by ourselves. To get to all children in Ghana, we need to partner with the right organization, work with the right individuals, work with the right corporations. So I would really like to encourage everyone that is listening to this message, beginning with the youth of Ghana, to really look at Lead for Ghana, apply to the program, and contribute your quota to the development of Ghana. But I also want to reach out to the corporations we have in this country. That Lead for Ghana is an organization that we could strongly partner with these corporations to really drive their CSR agenda, but also ultimately drive the agenda of the organization.